One day, the large and intricate village clock stopped working. This clock stood as a symbol of the craftsmanship and collective spirit that had shaped the town for generations. When it broke, the community felt the loss deeply, but no one knew how to fix it. In search of a solution, the town called upon 7 individuals, each with a unique way of problem-solving. They summoned an occultist, Transcendentalist, Mystic, Empiricist, Voluntarist, Logicist, and Gnostic. Together, they would bring a diversity of thought to solve the problem of the broken clock. The occultist immediately questioned whether the clock could truly be fixed. They questioned if the conventional approach of examining its parts and then trying to figure it out would be sufficient. In their view, another way must be found. To the occultist, the solution required searching through old archives to uncover forgotten operating manuals. These documents, written by experts, held the key to fully restoring the clock's precision. The Transcendentalist observed the clock's misaligned parts, but quickly speculated that the breakdown wasn't solely a mechanical issue. They theorized that environmental factors, like air pollution, were causing the gears to degrade and misalign over time. According to their theory, unless the clock was encased to protect it from the environment, the clock would continue to go out of alignment no matter how often it was repaired. After briefly examining the clock, the mystic quietly turned inward, seeking an inner understanding of the problem. The thinking mystic contemplated how these forces were intended to interact within the mechanism, and where they might be out of balance, potentially causing the clock to stop. They reflected on the clock's components, the gears, springs, and pendulum, and mentally brought in the concepts of torque, tension, resistance, and momentum. The mystic contemplated how these forces were intended to interact within the mechanism, and where they might be out of balance. They predicted we will find a chipped gear that is causing the malfunction. The empiricist rolled up their sleeves and immediately began examining the clock's components. They checked the gears, the springs, and the weights. The empiricist used direct observation and hands-on experience to collect data, running small tests to see if any part could be adjusted to fix the clock. The voluntarist considered the original intention for building the clock tower. The clock was placed in the center of town, for the purpose of helping the community stay coordinated and on time for their shared responsibilities. However, the voluntarist noted that today, with everyone carrying phones and watches, the clock tower no longer serves its original purpose. Therefore, they concluded that the clock is now less important and may need to be demolished. The Logicist saw the clock not just as a standalone mechanism, but as part of a larger interconnected system, a reflection of the rhythm and order of the cosmos itself. They believed its failure was due to falling out of alignment with universal rhythms. To fix this, they proposed connecting the clock's pendulum to a system that tracked solar or lunar phases. Using precise astronomical data would ensure that its movement was in harmony with cosmic rhythms. The Gnostic gazed deeply at the clock, deeply penetrating the clock with their intuitive powers of cognition. They became completely absorbed in the clock. Leaning over, the Gnostic made a slight adjustment on one of the gears. Almost immediately, the clock began to tick again.